Hi team, we are back today with a bank reconciliation. This video is going to be the bank reconciliation and we'll do a separate one with journal entries. So let's jump right in. Pearl Company's books show a cash balance on November 30 of $20,502. We're going to fill that in over here on the book side. So this is going to say balance 20502. The bank statement covering the month of November shows an ending balance of $22,365. So the bank balance shows $22,365. So we're going to look at all the differences and reconcile, get to the same ending balance at the bottom. It says an examination of Pearl's accounting records and November bank statement identified the following reconciling items. For number one, it says a deposit of $36.80 that Pearl mailed November 30 does not appear on the bank statement. That means the bank does not know about it. We call this a deposit in transit. Deposit in transit, usually abbreviated DIT. So this is for $36.80. That's going to increase the bank balance. So we're going to add it back. For number two, it says checks written in November but not charged to the November bank statement are check number 7327 for $181 and check number 7348 for $48.20. So these are checks that the books wrote, so we know about those, but the bank statement, the bank doesn't know about them because they didn't show up on the bank statement. So we're going to put them over here on the bank side. I like to put OS, but we could write out outstanding. So outstanding checks. And an outstanding check, when it clears, will decrease the balance. So we're going to subtract 181 and we're going to subtract 48.20. So those will both be subtractions from the bank side. For number three, it says Pearl has not yet recorded the $600 of interest collected by the bank November 20th on bonds held by the bank for Pearl. So Pearl has not yet recorded it, so we're going to add it over on this side. So this is going to be interest collected, and it's interest collected, so interest coming in, so that will increase our balance. Number four says bank service charges of $18 are not yet recorded. The bank is charging us, so they already know about it, but the books don't. So this is going to say bank service charge. Service charges are always subtractions. The bank is just taking money right out of our account. For number five, it says the bank returned one of Pearl's customers' checks for $220 with the bank statement marked NSF. So NSF stands for non-sufficient funds. So we deposited this check from our client. We thought it was a good check and the money was there, but it was not a good check. It was a bounce check. So that's going to go over on the book side, an NSF check. And because we added that, but it's not real money, we're going to subtract it. So we need to take that money back out because it doesn't exist. And then the last one, number six, says Pearl discovered that it incorrectly recorded check number 7322, written in November for $131, in payment of an account payable as $311. Okay, so this would be an error. I'm going to just jump over to the side really quickly so we can evaluate it. So Pearl discovered that it incorrectly recorded check number 7322 and then ignore all that stuff in the middle for a sec as 311. So 311 is the amount that we incorrectly recorded the check for. And the check was actually written in November for 131. For accounts payable. So we're just going to take the difference between these two. That will be the reconciling item, the difference. It says that we incorrectly recorded it, so the error is going to be reported over here on the book side. And we know that it's for 180, but now we have to decide if we're going to add that amount or subtract it. Errors can be added or subtracted. So we wrote this check for $131, but it looks like in our books that we wrote a check for $300. So it looks like we spent a whole bunch more money than what we actually did. We actually have more money on hand. So we need to add this $180 back. So we actually have more cash than what it looks like. So our last step then is to add the totals on both sides and see if they match. Yay, and they do. So this final balance, I like to call it the reconciled balance. Reconciled balance. And just one quick tip I want to share with you. If these two numbers don't equal for some reason, you could take the difference and divide by 2. So let's say that we made a mistake with the error and we accidentally had it swinging the other way. So I'm just going to move into La La Land for a sec. Let's say that we actually subtracted this in error. You can see that's going to throw our numbers off. So we can take this total and subtract this total. So take the one total minus the other total. That will give us a difference of 360. Take your total and divide by 2. If you have that number somewhere, you can go back through your numbers. In this case, we have it right here. You can reevaluate and say, should that have been an addition instead? And if so, then you can add it, and then that will get you into balance. So just wanted to show you that quick tip on the way out. There will be a separate video that you can watch to see how to do the journal entries for these if you're interested in that.